is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
And good evening, everyone. We are coming to you live from the Jinx Simmons Fieldhouse on the campus of El Reno High School as the Midwest City Bombers look to defend their 5A championship tonight. They are going to start out away from Midwest City High School, but they will be the home team for tonight's game. It's a 5-seed versus 4-seed matchup as they take on the Noble Bears. Hello, everyone. My name is Jordan Ray. Happy to be joined by Coach Clothier, or as I like to call him sometimes, Kevin. And Kevin, it didn't go very well for Altus. Their season ended in the previous game against El Reno, so but this is, again, a 4 versus 5 matchup, so we may get a close game here.
Yeah, it was a tough one for Altus as they lost that game, but El Reno, 22-2, they're pretty good. We kind of figured that was going to happen, but congratulations to both those teams as Altus finished their season, and then El Reno moving on. And then, yeah, like you said tonight, this is a winner stays and loser goes home matchup. So everything out here, all the marbles out on the floor tonight as Noble Bearcats and Midwest City Bombers getting set here in this 5A Region 1 boys tournament.
Let's go and talk about starting lives brought to you by Dynamic Health all the way in Hera. Dynamic Health Clinic, Dr. Kaufman specializes in athletic injuries and able to get athletes back in action very quickly, using advanced muscle integration, play better, and recover faster at Dynamic Health Clinic. This Noble, it's number 1, Chauncey Browns will be one starter, along with number 2, Nate Standridge, number 4, Andrew Holmes, number 10, Eli Elmore, and we don't see it on the graphic, but number 20, Weston Randolph, who I can tell you is a really good baseball player, called their regional against Midwest City a few months ago. And then for Midwest City, this is a lineup they've been using a lot lately. We got Caleb Stevens, number 2, number 4, Mason McKenzie, number 5, Deshaun Denson, number 21, Brandon Dixon, and number 32, Kenyon Brown. Title sponsor is brand new sponsor for Middale Basketball, Confidence Chevrolet Buick GMC. We'll talk about them throughout the broadcast. And we're about ready to get started here.
Well, I'm excited for this one as get to see Midwest City twice this year as they're able to. We just saw them about 2 weeks ago.
I watched some of that game.
Yeah, our last home game for
you guys did a good job of that broadcast. And like I said, their defense begins here. Brown to jump it for Midwest City, and he does control the tip. And Midwest City will have the first possession. With it, there's Caleb Stevens, who passed out to the dangerous Deshaun Denson. They flip it back to McKenzie, wing right. Dixon bounce pass. Open free throw line jumper for Denson is good.
Nice play that time. Get it into Denson there at the elbow, and he drained it.
For Noble, number 1, Chauncey Browns operating the point guard. They get a baseline jump shot that's no good. And rebound goes out of bounds. It will go to, looks like it's going to stay with Noble. Stevens couldn't quite save it. And the Bears will run a baseline out of bounds play. These schools met, of course, for the first round of the playoffs Tuesday. Close win for Midwest City against the Lady Bears. Brown on the handoff. Attacking the basket and drawing a foul is Noble. And they'll head to the free throw line for some Toonie Bice Houses free throws. Their first quarter sponsor is Scrambled. Start your day the way we start this game. For your breakfast or brunch, try their chicken and pancakes and deep fried French toast at 1742 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. First free throw is up and good. as is the second. So this game's now tied at 2.
7:15 left here in the first quarter, Jordan.
Yeah, we will not have a clock for you tonight, so we'll just give you the clock updates as often as we can. Here's McKenzie, right wing 3, swoosh, that's a Bobby Lewis 3 for Mason McKenzie, and the Bombers go back ahead, now up 5-2.
Good 2 first possessions for Bombers. Was able to get a quick shot and bucket on both.
Brown drives in on the kick out. That 3-point shot, no good. Rebound by Denson. Back come the Bombers. Dixon back to Denson. Nice pass inside to Brown, who scores. Just a quick pass from Denson, and Middle City's up 7-2.
Great pass inside. Great look. Good steal off by the post, and he is able to finish at the rim.
And do you have a timeout or a turnover?
Timeout.
Timeout. 30-second timeouts called by Noble. I'd say right now, though, Coach, Middle City looks pretty confident on offense.
Yeah, they've come out with a ton of energy here in the first quarter. 3 possessions, 3 scores. And then matched on the first possession by Nobles. They were able to go down there, draw a foul, get 2 free throws. But turnover and then 2 straight possessions by Midwest City got them on top, 7-2.
One thing I've been talking about with Midwest City, lingering question is, will they have Bubba Davis at some point? They still have not cleared him to play. So he'll be out for the season if they lose, but if they win, we'll see what happens because they'll be guaranteed a game next week. Randolph to throw it in to Noble. Gets it to Eli Moore, who goes to the left side. 3-point shot in the air, no good. Nice box out and rebound by Kenyon Brown. McKenzie push ahead to Dixon. Corner left, back to McKenzie. Now to Stevens. Ball fake, Stevens. Tough entry pass there to Brown, but it got deflected off Noble, so he'll stay with the Bombers.
Mason McKenzie down there guarding Brown, able to get his hand in there and deflect that out of bounds.
They called play to Brown. Brown lost it or had it deflected, and then it went off McKenzie, so go back to Noble. This is the Bears' first stop. Bombers, though, will have time to set up a press, and they do. They get to Brown. And then on the trap, they get to Moore, and then a steal by Brandon Dixon, a good cornerback in football. Makes something happen there, and he gets tripped, no call. Late whistle there.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to call some on Brown, and they do eventually.
Had Doe on the floor and then trips over him, so kind of one of those hard luck fouls. You're just hustling after the ball, and then when you trip a defender, that's going to be a block. So
yeah, it is a hard luck foul, but it usually is the consistent call. You call it on, the player who does the tripping, even if it's on accident. And it does get called, so both teams with 1 foul apiece. Stevens to Denson, thought about 3, and he got bumped. That's a no-brainer right there. But on the floor, I'll tell you this, though, Noble, they're going to close out on Denson pretty fast. That's Nate Standridge with a foul.
yeah, he was trying to match speed. Is very quick with the ball. There is Denson, so just ran into him.
Bombers showing a 3-2 zone. Here's Denson with it. Out to Stevens. Back to Denson. Again, thinks about the 3. Stevens will fire the 3. That's good. Another Bobby Lewis 3. And just like we saw with Reno, maybe Midwest City will be bombing away from 3-point range. They've hit their first 2. And then a steal by Dixon. Another steal for Brandon Dixon. Here's Stevens. Can he get to the rim and finish? He will draw a foul. We're going to get this finish by Stevens where he draws a foul on the Super Subs instant replay. And then there will be some Toonie Buys Houses free throws. Toonie Buys Houses, they'll buy homes in any condition. If you or somebody known needs to lease or own or finance a home, that made sense. Lease or own or finance a home, call Toonie Buys Houses. First free throw by Stevens is up and good. He's got 4 straight Bomber points.
Yeah, Standridge picked up his 2nd foul, so he's going to come out in favor of number 14, Braden Johnson, for the Bearcats.
So Braden Johnson, low on the screen there, is the first sub in for either team. Stevens gets the second one to roll in. The Bombers have scored 10 straight points, looking for a matchup with El Reno, a rematch of the regional championship game last year in Midwest City. This year it would be at El Reno if it happens. Still very early in this game. Noble gets to Brown. His three-pointer attempted on the right side, no good. Nice rebound by Denson, ahead to Dixon. Dixon tries to finish. Not really a strong suit. Couldn't get that shot to go. Dixon, really good defensive player. Offense is still kind of coming to him, but he's in the starting lineup for a reason. Nice spin there by Noble, but they got the shot blocked by Brown. Here's Mason McKenzie with the layup at the other end, and the Bombers are flying right now, up 14-2. We're going to have a full timeout called by Noble. We'll take one as well, and you are watching Mid-Dell playoff basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
How can you describe Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich? The chicken just has a certain... And then there's the sauce that just gives you a little bit of... And the cheese? It's the exact right amount of... It's almost too hard to put it into... Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger. Just like you like it.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business, and always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
All right, we're sorry we missed some of the action there, but Noble coming out of timeout misses a three. Loose ball taken by Denson for Midwest City. And quickly back, a missed layup there by Stevens, so Noble will retain the ball. 14-2 lead for the Bombers. 3:38 to go. Brown with a rebound off the missed shot there. And once again, the Bombers in complete control right now. Denson will have a wide open three as a Noble player fell down. Whoa, rimmed out. You don't expect him to miss that much, but he does there. And then a foul's going to be called on Stevens.
That'll be his first. Only 2 fouls on Midwest City. Looks like number 10 is going to check in for Midwest City.
That's probably Braden Johnson who got fouled for Noble.
Mario Jones.
Mario Jones, yeah, he's had some good minutes for him.
Number 3 is also in there, Jarvis Nash.
Yeah, he's one of their best guards, actually. He just doesn't start. And he leads to a steal there that DeMario Jones gets. And here is the aforementioned Jarvis Nash. Nice head pass to Brown. Brown probably could have got closer, but he was able to follow it up. He took an assist away from Jarvis Nash there, but Brown got himself an offensive rebound and 2 more points. And then a deflection by Denson. Brown takes it. Almost traveled with it. Brandon Dixon thought it was a travel. But Noble will retain possession. Brown then gets trapped. Nice reverse attempt, but that's no good. That was more on the miss. Back come the Bombers. This is Dixon, who's short. Follows his miss. Finds Nash. Nash powers his way in, and he will head to the free throw line. So some Tootie Buys houses coming up.
The foul's going to be on number 21 of Noble. That's Calvin Randolph, who has checked in. He's not an original starter.
Can I say it's a fact? He's Weston Randolph's brother. Probably not. I don't know for sure.
I think they are.
I would be shocked if they weren't.
20, 21, and they both get. Are they twins?
Well, they're not twins. One's a junior, one's a freshman.
They do have the same.
But I do like assuming that when we see that on the roster. We see siblings on these rosters all the time, of course. But sometimes it could be cousins. Second free throw for Jarvis Nash is in and out. Rebound by the Bears. Here's Chauncey Browns. Throws it ahead. And they're able to get a layup off that. Good passing by Noble. Finishing on that play is Calvin Randolph, and it's 17-4. Bombers lead the Bears. And then a miss for Midwest City. Back comes Noble. It's Moore with it to Brown. Brown lost it off of Mason McKenzie. He'll stay with Noble. 17-4 the score.
2 minutes left here in the first quarter. 2 minutes and 1 second to be exact.
This first quarter, of course, again brought to you by Scrambled. Very close to Midwest City. I highly recommend if you're in the Middle area and you're looking for a place to eat breakfast, Scrambled is it. In the game for Midwest City is Ryan Holloway. He's applying some pressure. Noble gets inside. Tough finish attempt there, but Noble head to the free throw line again. I think Jarvis Nash will be called for a foul. So more Toonie Bice House's free throws. Shooting free throws is Eli Moore. Or I'm sorry, it's Elmore. I've been calling him Moore this whole time. Now I take a close look at my roster. Number 10 is Eli Elmore. I apologize to the Noble fans watching.
He made 2 free throws earlier.
Yeah.
So now he's got 3 in the ball game. With that one, a chance for 4 here.
And the Bears are on I believe a 4-1 run here. A little one, but maybe they can make it a big one as they look to get back into this thing. DeMario Jones with it. High post. McKenzie couldn't quite control it. He's able to get it back. They swing it. 3-point shot attempted. No good. And then Nash, of course, you're not surprised when he gets mixed up with a loose ball. And I guess they'll say he was out of bounds.
Yeah.
I thought maybe there was a foul call before. I thought the whistle blew before he went out of bounds, but that did not happen.
Yeah. Took out the cameraman underneath the basket.
They have a dangerous job. Brown trapped. Ahead there to number 20, Weston Randolph, and they're able to get a 3 on the right corner. No good. Get the offensive rebound and the putback, and Noble's on a bit of a run here. They get within 9.
That's Braden Johnson for Noble. Yeah. His first 2 points.
Coming off the bench. DeMario Jones passed up on the open 3. McKenzie looks to make another one. That's no good. Holloway the rebound, back out to DeMario Jones. They reverse it to Holloway, 3-pointer right wing. No good. So now the Bombers have cooled off from 3-point range, and Noble can make it a 6 or 7-point game here. Or McKenzie can get a steal. He'll get an easy 2 here. Nope, he missed a wide open layup, but Dinson followed. That's why you follow those. You don't assume, especially when someone's going to dunk who is not on track or is not known for being a great dunker.
Well, you can jump higher than I can, so
yeah,
that was pretty impressive. But
you or I wouldn't try to steal. We just get us the easy 2. And then Noble turns it over. Midwest looks to hold for the last shot. We're down to 13 seconds to go. Down to 10 seconds. Jones to McKenzie. Back to Jones, top of the key. Here's Holloway with it. Down to 5 seconds. It's going to be Dinson, right corner 3. Good. A Bobby Lewis 3 for the Deshaun Dinson, who's in the 1,000-point club because he makes shots like that. And Midwest City will take a 22-8 lead into the first quarter timeout. All right, you're watching Mid-Del playoff basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
How can you describe Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich?
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Welcome back to Mid-Del playoff basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, happy to be joined by Kevin Clothier from Altus. And, hey, anytime you can call a doubleheader during the playoffs, that's quite a treat, and we're going to do that here. This second quarter, by the way, is going to be brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings out of Del City. And the Bombers will have the ball and a 14-point lead. It's Holloway with it to DeMario Jones. Out to McKenzie, back to Jones. Jones finds the cutting Dinson. Dinson turnaround shot, good. That's just easy money with Deshaun Dinson, and his 24-8 Midwest City leads.
He had 7 in the first quarter, 2 more there. He's got 9 in the ball game.
That pass deflected. Looked like McKenzie got the deflection. Holloway, nice job getting to the basket there. We'll look for that on our Super Subs replay. So we have a whistle. You can't see it on the camera, but I think a foul may have been called on Midwest City. But there is a Super Subs instant replay. Is that on DeMario Jones? Yes, it was. Jones pressuring the ball again, and it gets doubled. Nice pass inside, but they couldn't catch it. I believe that was Johnson who couldn't control it there.
Noble trying to play at the same speed as Midwest City, but it looks like to me being under control at that speed's a little bit difficulty for them right now. There's several turnovers.
A really good game going on in Del City between Classen SAS and Lod MacArthur. That's on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Here, the 4 seed is having an easy time with the 5 seed for now. Nice pass inside McKenzie. Left-hand finish is good. Bombers are starting to score in other ways besides a 3-point shot, and they're up now. Actually, we got the score wrong. We have it right now. It's 28-8. Against the 4-5 matchup. Nash comes in from behind, steals it. Head to Dinson. Now, he might dunk this one. He will. We'll get that in the Super Subs replay. Again, you can see Jarvis Nash coming in from behind. And the perfect pass ahead to Deshaun Dinson. Super Subs. I like the steak bomb when you go to Super Subs. I think you should get that.
I'll take one right now.
Well, listen, I'm big on getting a lot of protein in on one setting. So Super Subs also has Chicken Philly, Strata Deluxe, Buffalo, or barbecue chicken. And again, we have not mentioned much the title sponsor for Midwest City. And sorry about these, some confusion there, trying to make sure I can find it. But the title sponsor, there we go, we got it now, is Confidence Chevrolet Buick and GMC, your hometown dealer for new and pre-owned vehicles. Visit them today at 6100 Tinker Diagonal in Midwest City. Confidence is Cavender. And this quarter is, of course, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings and 5500 Tinker Diagonal in Del City. Buffalo Wild Wings offer buy one, get one deals every Tuesday and today being Thursday. 30-8 now your score. Bombers are in command. Noble trying to get something against this Bomber defense that has been tenacious. Kind of a crazy shot there. It was close by. Caleb Stevens back in the game, got fouled on the miss.
Yeah, Standards that time for Noble drove in there. I think thought he got fouled and then kind of lost control of it and then got caught in the air. He just threw it up that time.
Bombers looking for a rematch with El Reno, but also winning this game will clinch a spot in area next week. Of course, you want to go into area needing to win just one game to get to state. McKenzie fires a right wing 3. Mason McKenzie hits the Bobby Lewis 3. Bobby Lewis surprisingly great rates at 2 locations to serve you in both Choctaw and in Del City. And a turnover on Noble. Ball goes to Midwest City head coach Torrey Noel in his second year. He's got the burden, Kevin, of winning a state championship his first year. So hard to improve from that.
Yeah.
That's you're going to have those expectations every year. That could be tough, but they're a threat this year, even though their seating's a little low. Oh, Dinson almost flew in for a putback dunk, but he couldn't get it to go. Back comes Noble. Brown turns it over. And you're right, Coach, when you talk about Midwest City speeding up Noble, and that's what they're trying to do. And Noble trying to play at Midwest City speed, and it's just not working for them.
Yeah, they might be better served to slow it down, be a little bit more methodical, make Midwest City play some defense, wear themselves out a little bit, take the ball out of their hands, take a little air out of the ball. That's why I'm sitting up here calling with you, not in.
Yeah. Nice alley-oop pass from Denson to Mason McKenzie. Mason McKenzie's had a really strong game. And it's now a 27-point Bomber lead, and the foul will be called on the floor against McKenzie.
He's got 12 points. Had 5 in the first quarter and 7 here in the second quarter. Mason McKenzie.
Yeah.
It's been him and Denson, really.
Yeah, you're right. And, McKenzie last year was he was a post player for Midwest City, basically. And because of Kenyon Brown's emerged, McKenzie can play more of a guard role, and he's done well at that. Floating jump shot for Noble, no good. And there's the aforementioned Kenyon Brown, the rebound to Stevens, to Denson, who will be fouled on the floor by Brown of Noble. That's Chauncey Brown.
He's going to pick up his second foul. I don't know if they're going to have to sub on that. That may be a key factor because he's been their primary ball handler so far.
Well, the player coming out is Deshaun Denson.
And they put number 2 in there, Caleb Stevens.
Yeah, he can do a lot of the same things, just doesn't do them quite as often. But he's a good shooter. And he has the ball right now. Gets a pick from Brown. It's Kenyon Brown. Gets to the paint, finds McKenzie. Another 3 from McKenzie, no good. Brown tips it to Stevens. Stevens put back no, but the follow is good. Caleb Stevens, who scored the first points of the game, I believe, now has the last as of right now. 29-point lead for Midwest City. They're looking for more. Scramble for loose ball. Picked up by McKenzie. And then I think if he was fouled on the pass.
Yeah, he was grabbed that time. Maybe a smart foul to avoid a mismatch on the other end because Midwest City definitely had numbers, and that's going to go on number 10, Eli Elmore, his first.
Coach, you can talk to this because your team, Altus, switched from the Carl Albert El Reno district to this district that Midwest City is in with Del City and now Lawton High. And I think one of the reasons you're seeing a 4 seed beat a 5 seed like this as of right now, 29 points, is this just is a deeper district. This being District 2 compared to Noble's district, which is District 1.
Yeah, it was loaded. There was no off nights in that district. And even Altus coming in, the team where I'm from and got to watch all year as they score on the other end. That's Noble, number 14, Braden Johnson. They're a tough matchup for teams. They can give teams some fits, so there's no nights off for anybody. And this right here looks like Noble. They give up a little size to Midwest City, but just the speed that most of these teams in this district play at is really impressive.
Dix, I think I'm going to call 3 seconds in the paint on Kenyon Brown. Yeah, and again, there's still time for Noble to make this game interesting, but to me, Midwest City is one of the better 4 seeds you will see in 5A in any given year. Most of the time 4 seed, and no offense to Elgin, but Elgin, the 4 seed in the other district, is not quite the same at the same level. All right, getting fouled there is Randolph. So Midwest City now has 3 fouls. So does Noble this quarter. Got Demario Jones checking in, and a short breather for Deshaun Denson.
37-10, 27-point lead with 3:10 left here in the second quarter. It's been mainly Midwest City.
Stepping out of bounds is Noble, and that Midwest kind of just forced some turnovers like that. Some of it may have been unforced.
Yeah, just when they look like they do something positive, he steps on the end line, and it's going to be another turnover.
That's Elmore who stepped out of bounds. They set a play for him to either shoot a 3 or drive baseline. He had a good baseline drive, just stepped on the baseline. Here's Denson on the catch, fires a 3, missed it long. Brown rebounds it for the Bears. This is Elmore, I believe, who dribbles in, pass deflected, and then I think he's going to have the free throw line of foul on Midwest City. I think that might be on Dixon.
It's actually Weston Randolph, I think, down there, number 20.
20, okay, I was getting 20 and 10 confused with my older eyesight.
They have the black shirts with black numbers outlined in white. So
I know, I hate
from
that.
Up here, it's hard to see. Or they may be blue numbers, but
there are other teams that do that too. Some more Toonie Bice Houses free throws. That one's short. 2:38 to go in the second quarter. This is a 4 versus 5 matchup. The 4 seed Midwest City is dominating at the moment. They go inside to Kenyon Brown. Brown, turnaround shot, kind of out of control there, no good. Rebounded by Noble. Here comes the other Brown for Noble. He scores. That's 5 straight points actually for the Bears. Good left-hand finish by him. Bombers going to some role players right now. Jones and Holloway. And Dixon's a starter, but you would call him a role player as well. Dixon gets it inside, back out to Holloway. Now DeMario Jones. Another good fake. They do a lot of fakes. Dixon will wisely get it out to DeMario Jones. Now Denson has it corner left. He spins, finds Holloway. Back to Denson. You'll see a lot of ball movement. And then what's the call here? Maybe a loose ball foul. Not loose ball foul, but a reach-in foul on Noble.
Looked like Braden Johnson swam around Brown down there.
Yeah.
He gives up a little bit of size. I thought he got around him and tipped that ball loose.
It was kind of a late whistle, but yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit late whistle. Looked like both teams were ready to head to the other end.
Pass goes to Holloway. Noble's still going with the zone, which means Middle City can probably pass the ball around until the end of the quarter if they wanted. We're down to 1:23 to go. Dixon gets all the way to the baseline, hands off to Brown. Brown, shot is good. I tell you, he's not the smoothest player, but Kenyon Brown can finish around the basket pretty well. He's only a sophomore. And that ends a 5-0 run for Noble. And then Noble will head back to the free throw line. It looks like Holloway may get called for a foul. So some more Toonie Buys Houses free throws.
And that's going to be number 10, Eli Elmore. He hit 4 free throws in the first quarter. He was 4 for 4, so see if he'll continue that here in the second quarter.
Eli Elmore is a good player. You can tell that Noble looks to him to shoot, although he misses those Toonie Buys Houses free throws.
I gave him the old broadcaster's curse, I guess.
It is real. It's not every time, but it's real. He misses both, but then Brown's able to sneak in for that rebound, and Noble gets a new possession. Pull up 2 there. That's no good. Noble's flying in for the offensive glass. Got to hand it to them for that. But they can't quite finish. Brown rebounds it cleanly there. Back come the Bombers. Dixon, good nice handoff. Another 2 points for Kenyon Brown. Okay, Dixon's a good passer. I don't think he's a great finisher, but he's become a really good passer the last few weeks.
Yeah, he's a primary scorer, so when he draws the defense, it's going to leave. Somebody's got to be open. And using that court vision and hitting passes. Kenyon Brown, recipient of that, he's got 8 in the ball game. So he's, like you said, as a sophomore, doing really well down there in the post.
Inbounds pass goes to Dixon. Ball fake. Dixon, another nice pass inside. This is to Ryan Holloway who scores. Brandon Dixon racking up some assists right now. Bombers stretch the lead to 30. Pull-up shot, no good. Rebound Brown. Brown, nice outlet pass as it gets to Denson. Denson shot a bit too hard off the glass there, no good. Back come the Bears.
Ooh.
And scoring an and one. We're going to get that on the instant replay there. So Noble will have a chance to get. Try to get it for you there. There's the Toonie Buys Houses free throws to end the quarter. So some bonus free throws for Deshaun Denson. Give him credit for making the hustle play.
Yeah, had the tip, and I think he did get hammered on that last one.
Yeah, and it didn't have to be in the act of shooting as Noble was over the limit. All right, we have now reached halftime. Bombers up by 30, 45-15, looking to secure a rematch with El Reno for tomorrow night. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Mid-Del Playoff Basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and asked yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes, call Rob and Will.
Whataburger, please Brent back the Monterey melt. Brent back. Okay, yeah. Message received. We're Brentfing it back. Grilled peppers and onions, 2 slices of melty cheese, and jalapeno ranch on 2 fresh beef patties. Brent it on. The Whataburger Monterey melt is back. We brunched it all right. What a burger!
All right, welcome back to Middale Playoff Basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, again, happy to be joined by Kevin Clothier. And we want to recognize once again the title sponsor for Middale Basketball or Middale Playoff Basketball. That is Confidence Chevrolet. From oil changes to major repairs, we service all makes and models. Visit us today at Confidence Chevrolet Buick GMC Exit Hudaburg, close to where I live at 6100. I exit Hudaburg quite often to get home. Tinker Diagonal, and it's in Midwest City. Confidence is Cavender. All right, Coach. Can Noble make this game interesting? That's the question.
Well, we talked about their speed of Midwest City, and they've been trying to match that speed, but just not under control on the offensive end as much as Midwest City. And really, two guys there in the first half, and Denson and McKenzie really just took over and exploded, and which was led to this 45-15 lead for Midwest City.
Elmore to throw it into Brown for Noble. We got two Browns in the game, one for each team. Back to Elmore, right wing. And then shooting a pull-up baseline shots, Weston Randolph, that's no good. Then we got players tangled up, and a foul is called. This third quarter, by the way, is brought to you by one of our favorite sponsors, Patrick Dibby Farmers Insurance. They're your local Oakland Farmers Insurance agency in Midwest City. Call them at 405-733-7671. More about them in a moment. And Deshaun Denson for Midwest City with the ball. It's McKenzie shooting a three left wing. That's missed long. Good box out for the Bears.
Chauncey Brown for Noble was on the last possession, was a foul called on Noble. He's got 3 fouls.
I don't think we can afford to take him out, though.
Yeah, he's been their primary ball handler. But
now he's going to get another one. I think that's a loose ball foul on him. They had one pulled up. Yep. Well, as we said, you got to keep him in. Now he's got 4. He may have to come out here. Matt Thornton, the head coach of Noble, looks like he will send in a player for Chauncey Brown. Noble's their stick team. Brown's a senior, so hopefully he can finish this game. They don't have any other seniors on their roster, so they could be pretty solid next year. Nice pass inside to Kenyon Brown. I tell you, he knows who he is, and that's the guy who scores around the paint. Good hands there. And Midwest City's up by 32. And then they trap. McKenzie the double team. Left-hand pass to Dixon. Can Dixon finish? Oh, he got fouled. So he'll get that chance. We'll see this on the super subsystem replay. Good left-handed pass head by Mason McKenzie. And Brandon Dixon got fouled. And he'll head to the free throw line to shoot some Toonie by his houses free throws.
It was on Andrew Holmes. He's got 2.
Dixon makes the first. And like I said, he's gotten better throughout the year. He's one example of a player that is much better now than he was in December. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is his first points of the ball game. 1 of 2 free throws. He's got 1, but you were talking about Brown earlier. He just really solid down there at the block, just playing his role just right. He's got 10 points, and right there gets a steal.
Only a sophomore. Nice pass head to Caleb Stevens, and Stevens scores. And they work on that stuff a lot. They know how to run with the ball because they practice it like crazy, and you saw it there, just a comfortable pass by Kenyon Brown to get the assist. And then Noble had a backdoor play or a backdoor pass that they couldn't complete.
Going to have a timeout.
It's too far ahead of Elmore, and we're going to have a full timeout. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Middale Playoff Basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
How can you describe Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich? The chicken just has a certain... And then there's the sauce that just gives you a little bit of... And the cheese? It's the exact right amount of... It's almost too hard to put it into... Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Welcome back to Middale Playoff Basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, Kevin Clothier, Midwest City and Noble. And looks like we have a turnover on Midwest City.
It's going to be an offensive foul. I think they called that one on number 21.
Brandon Dixon.
Be his
Talked
third.
about him.
That'll be his third.
Of course, Bombers got plenty of players they can throw at him besides Dixon, who can do those things, although Dixon has played well, obviously, to earn his starting spot. Deflection off Midwest City will be Noble basketball. Midwest City again looking for a rematch with El Reno from last year's regional championship game. That was also a 4-versus-1 matchup, but that was Midwest City was the 1 seed. El Reno was the 4 seed. All right, a three-pointer shot is made. First one made, I believe that's Standridge.
It is.
Bobby Lewis 3. Bobby Lewis surprising great rates with 2 locations to serve you, but guess what? Right back comes Midwest City and Mason McKenzie. He's had, I think, 3 threes on the night.
Yes, sir.
And then Noble can't get a finish there. They had 2 shots at it. McKenzie, can he get it dunked this time? Oh, just laid it high. But he does get the 2 points.
Counts the same.
That's what matters. And the Bombers now up by 27. They look really sharp here. And then they throw it away. It's Stevens. Throws it high to Denson, who just kind of rolls it in there. And the Bombers continue to roll. At some point, Coach, this can give Midwest City a chance to take their starters out and keep them out. Because they got a game tomorrow night.
Yeah, got a game tomorrow. Got to look ahead.
Of course, the last people to be confident about a victory are the coaches, so they will wait to pull their players, but at some point, looks like it might happen. McKenzie to Brown. Oh, Brown just completely lost where he was, so he butchered that. And now Noble comes back. That's a good defense by Dixon, but they'll give the and one to Noble there. So you can count the basket and a foul. But it is on Dixon.
Yeah. He's got 4 fouls now.
Yeah, I don't think that's concerning for Midwest City because they got players like DeMario Jones. And, of course, an even better player, because he's more of a balanced player, is Jarvis Nash, who hasn't come in yet, interestingly enough. Oh, now he's come in. Yep, he's just checked in. You just don't see him on your camera yet, but Jarvis Nash is in. The free throw is good. That's Elmore, I believe. And 36 points is now the lead for Midwest City.
Well, Elmore for Noble, he's got 9 points, so he's the high side on their team. So
Denson, you knew at some point he did another 3, a Bobby Lewis 3. And it's 60-21. Jones applying pressure. Nice shot there made by Randolph. Weston Randolph.
Calvin.
Well, that was Calvin. Okay.
That was Calvin. 21.
Well, they are brothers, so that's my excuse.
Yeah, they look alike when you.
Yeah. Denson another 3. Bombers wish he had a brother on the team, but he does have a younger brother, but he's way younger. So
Is he a senior?
He'll be a Bomber diffusion. Fortunately for Midwest City, no. Unfortunately for other teams, no. He's a junior. He's already scored over 1,000 points in his career.
He's a real impressive player. Got some size, length, speed.
Yep.
Can jump, and then definitely is deadly from outside. As he's an excellent shooter.
Sure is. We'll have some good shooters in that game tomorrow, assuming Midwest City holds on to this 40-point lead. Noble passed the ball around.
Good
That's
defense.
Elmore with the ball, then loses it. McKenzie off the backboard.
Oh.
Tried to throw it off the backboard to Denson, but McKenzie got fouled clearly on the pass, but it's kind of one of those passes off the backboard, so I think he'll still be on the floor, or will it be free throws?
Yeah,
They're going to say, well, McKenzie wanted it. Nope, he's not going to get it. It's not going to be in the act of shooting.
Yeah.
And that's a good call.
They're going to call that on number 20, Weston Randolph, as the big guy for Noble is checking back in there. Braden Johnson, number 14.
Also, Chauncey Brown back in. He's got 4 fouls. We get to Nash. Left corner 3 is good. Jarvis Nash. He's a better defensive player than he is offensive player, but he can shoot. And then a steal and a score by Denson. And I can't update the score that fast. That's 5 quick points. And just like that's 45 points. The lead for the Bombers. 3-point hoist in the air, no good. Jarvis Nash the rebound. This coming in the game right now is Aiden Sutton, who couldn't finish, but then Denson does finish. I think they're trying to match El Reno's score against Altus. Here's Randolph firing a 3, no good. Denson rebounds it, ahead to Nash. Nash, McKenzie lobs it to Sutton. Sutton just butchered that one. Use the backboard.
Use the backboard?
Yeah, use the backboard.
Brown's going to come back in, give
McKenzie
a little breather, much needed.
Maybe a big breather, but we'll see.
I was going to say just a little bit earlier, it's good to see Nash hit that 3 in the corner as he hustled on the play before then, diving and getting it still on a loose ball and advancing the ball down the floor. So
he plays with incredible energy. What he can do on defense is amazing. You saw right there as he poked it away from Elmore. Interesting to see both Brown and Sutton in at the same time, just because they're both mostly post players. So usually Mosley likes to have at least 4 guards in, but this is Brown for Noble. That's Chauncey Brown, almost threw it away, but Noble's able to recover. There's Randolph. Nice pass inside to Johnson, but then pass to Brown off his hands. He just zipped that one. And the ball will go back to the Bombers. Again, this quarter brought to you by Patrick B. Farmers Insurance. The new BHC is your local Oklahoma Farmers Insurance agency in Midwest City. They're family owned and operated and have been serving the public for over 40 years. They're located off of 29th near Depot near the Tinker Air Force Base. Come by and see them at 560 West Boeing Drive, Suite A, or call them at 405-733-7671. They're within walking distance to from my house. Scramble for loose ball, and Jarvis Nash came up with it. Probably got fouled by Brown, but no call. This is the other Brown. Nice slow move and a left-handed dunk. Where did that come from? See if we can get the tail end of that. Kenyon Brown, oh my goodness. Super Subs instant replay. And then Chauncey Brown comes right back, and it's a Bobby Lewis 3. Bobby Lewis, surprisingly great rates at 2 locations to serve you in Choctaw and Midwest City.
I thought he was going to kind of Euro step a little far from the basket and able to get up there and finish with the left hand. Nice dunk by Brown.
Well, he's only a sophomore. As he scores there, just shooting, nice touch again. It doesn't look smooth, but it's effective. He'll play big minutes for this team next year, along with Caleb Stevens and Deshaun Denson. 3-point shot attempted. That's missed. Noble recovers. There's Johnson with the ball right there and pass it out to Elmore. Elmore trapped, and then it's deflected, picked up by Jarvis Nash. Nash finishes with his left hand. Just an onslaught for the Bombers, up by 50. And then another 3 made by Chauncey Brown. So he may have actually got fouled on that, but they didn't call it. Bobby Lewis 3.
Did not shoot it the entire first quarter. Only once there in the second quarter, and he's lighting it up here in the third.
Well, maybe it's because he's a senior. He's just going to let him fly now. This looks like it's his last game. The 3-point shot at the buzzer is made by DeMario Jones. That is the end of the third quarter as DeMario Jones hits the Bobby Lewis 3. And we're headed to the fourth quarter. Midwest City blowing out the Bears, now up by 50. You're watching Middell playoff basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. and finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
All right, welcome back to Middale Playoff Basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We lost the camera shot. We hope to get it back soon as we now transition to the fourth quarter in this battle between the Bombers and Bears. Bombers turn the ball over, so Noble will have the ball right now. The fourth
give
quarter
it right back.
Brought to you by Louis. Bombers get a steal.
It's number 13.
And they finish, and it's going to be a new player.
Anthony Dixon.
Yep. No relation to Brandon Dixon, but Anthony Dixon, 5'9" junior. Gets a three-point play. We now have our camera, so we'll see that we'll see if he can convert the free throw.
Looks like number 15, Keelan Jenkins, and again we just mentioned number 13, Anthony Dixon, in for Midwest City. As they come down on the left sideline there, Midwest City knocked the ball out of bounds.
By the way, this fourth quarter brought to you by Louis in Midwest City. Louis, we're in your neighborhood. And when we say neighborhood, we mean 6007 Southeast 15th Street in Midwest City. Is there a Louis in Altus?
No, there's not a Louis.
Hope they get one.
There's a Luigi's.
That sounds good, too. But Louis is just a good multi-purpose restaurant. Bombers go inside to Sutton. Aiden Sutton with a nice jump hook. All right, well, Coach, I'm going to go ahead and call it. We're going to have Midwest City against El Reno tomorrow. And it's just interesting that both teams played so well, and one of those teams is going to lose tomorrow. But I'm not neutral on that. I'm not going to deny it. I'm Midwest City guys. We got a foul called.
It'd be a huge win for Midwest City
Yes.
if they could come back here and beat El Reno at home. So that's going to be a tough matchup for anybody coming in here. But
DeMario Jones with a foul call. But anyway, you saw El Reno look really good. You're seeing Midwest City look really good right now. Any other thoughts about that game we'll have on the Oklahoma Sports Network tomorrow?
Well, both teams did really well last year, as Midwest City won it last year, and then lost a few. And El Reno's looks like they're loaded, as they got a transfer student in there. Looked pretty good tonight, but they play like they both did tonight. Would be definitely a game to watch. Probably one of those games of the year watches tomorrow.
It's a good block there by Sutton. Pushing the ball for Midwest City. A guy who I like is potential Keelan Jenkins. And then we're going to see a three by Anthony Dixon. No good air ball, but then Jenkins is there for the rebound and the putback. Well, to me, it starts really from the three-point line. Both teams have many players who can knock it down from three-point range. And Midwest City has shown tonight that they're comfortable shooting here. So we have a tie up there between.
I think the defense for both teams will be a little different. They may not as Noble's hit a few threes only because the pressure by Midwest City has backed off a little bit. Both teams will probably get out and pressure each other, so the room to make threes may not be there tomorrow. But the one that hits the most, but both are capable, could really determine a lot of things.
Nice reverse layup. I believe that's Jenkins. Or not Jenkins, Andrew Holmes with a two. Well, and also a big part will be how does Kenyon Brown, young sophomore from Midwest City, guard the senior Trey Davis, if that's the matchup. Can he stay out of foul trouble? Can he force some misses? Can he box them out? Bombers pull-up shot there. That's Evan Daniel in the game, only a sophomore. Here's Jenkins, left corner three, rims out. But I think this is good for Midwest City that they were able to not have to play right now in the fourth quarter. Denson, McKenzie, Stevens, Nash, Brandon Dixon, Kenyon Brown all resting right now, as they're going to have a big one tomorrow night. And we do plan on having it on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Interesting enough, Coach, you got some thoughts?
Well, I just know that watching this game, I know the game looks a little out of hand at 87-31, and you made mention of it in the previous game as El Reno had a huge lead on Altus. Both coaches who are on the bottom side of those, Matt Thornton tonight for Noble and then Andrew Dewan, have done a good job because both teams are, even despite the score differential, their teams are really still staying in the game and engaged and not playing to the scoreboard, just playing and playing hard. So
I agree. I like how Chauncey Brown's playing right now. Again, this will be his final quarter of high school basketball. So he's going to go out giving it his all. He's really been playing hard.
He may use all 5 of those fouls, too. He's got 4 right now. So.
He got this 4th early in the third quarter as Holmes will hit the Toonie Bice Houses free throws. But the other thing is, this is an elimination game. But what's interesting is the games tomorrow are not. So the 8 teams that win tonight in 5A West will be playing not just tomorrow, but playing next Thursday. The only question is, what's at stake? Is it a berth to the state championship round, or do you have to win one more game?
I know that you can win that. If you can win an area, you can get there and win that one game to get there. That's the easiest route.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can go through the back door, is what they say. Get in the loser's bracket.
Right.
You might face some lesser skilled teams. But I would say, at least out here in the 2 districts that we see, it may be tough sledding for anybody to get in that loser's bracket, to have to roll off 3 games to get there.
I agree. You really want to win that regional championship so you can play for an area championship, and you really want to win that so you can not just to get it over with, but if you win the area championship and you go 3-0, you have a more favorable seed in the state tournament.
That is correct.
And I don't know if you pay attention to the east side, but Tulsa Memorial and Booker T look head and shoulders above everyone else, and if they're going to win the area championships, which I would think they will, we'll see. They have to go out and do it, but you can avoid those teams in the first round from the west side if you win the area championships over here. I don't know, that sounded like a lot to say there, but I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Agree with you totally on that.
Nice block there by Sutton. He retains the ball. I'm sorry, that's Dixon. And then Jenkins comes in and gets fouled. Midwest City, they've part of the reason they're seated 4th, they had to get used to playing without Chance Bubba Davis, number 12. Still a possibility he might play in the playoffs, but if he's not playing tonight, I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing he will not play tomorrow. But maybe next week. It's kind of been a day-by-day thing with him. If they get him back, that would be big if he's able to contribute at all. But what's happened in his absence is several guards for Midwest City have stepped up and have gotten better this year. They've really been playing good basketball this calendar year of 2025. They've had 1 bad district game. It was a 3-point shots made by Noble.
Standridge
with a 3. Bobby Lewis 3. They had a stinker after 2 emotional home wins against Lawton High and then Del City because they won games that were rematches of games they lost by double digits earlier in the year. Nice finish there. That is Sutton, but they fell flat against John Marshall, and that's why they're a 4 seed. They were at home for 3 straight games. In the 3rd game, they just fell flat, and John Marshall, a really good team, was able to beat them. It looks like John Marshall and Carl Albert will be playing for a regional championship tomorrow on the network as well. We'll have a lot of good games for you. Midwest City with a steal. And almost a finish there by Daniel, but Jenkins will get the finish. So we'll change that score. Actually, it should be 93 right now.
We're going to have a timeout, full timeout, looks like.
All right, well, we're going to take one here as well. You are watching Middell playoff basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 the Honey Butter Chicken Biscuit at Whataburger, available from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. Only, it's not that time right now, so it's not available. Instead, we must sit here until 11 p.m. watching footage of the flaky, crispy, buttery goodness that is the Honey Butter Chicken Biscuit. Once again, our desires are denied by, ooh, look, the Honey Barbecue Chicken Strip Sandwich. That'll hold us over till 11 p.m. What a burger.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling?
And welcome back to Mid-Dell Playoff Basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. There's Dixon. Nice finish there for Dixon. And that's 95 now. That's Anthony Dixon, 95-38.
Good job by Brown on this other end.
Brown is, like I said earlier, going out with a bang. And he will draw some Toonie Buys Houses free throws. Toonie Buys Houses. We buy homes in any condition. If you or someone you know needs to sell a home for any reason, please call them with a cash offer, 405-931-3046. And they'll give you the cash offer, of course. By the Lawton MacArthur is pulling away with less than 2 minutes to go, 53-40 over Classen SAS. Not your typical 3 versus 6 game, I think. But MacArthur, the 3 seed, does appear to head for a victory. I actually know Coach Gagliardi a bit. I don't know if you've ever met him.
Yes.
But I'm happy for him because they've had a couple of tough regional weeks last 2 years. So they have not been able to play in the area week in 3 years. But they guaranteed a spot now. And they will play Del City tomorrow. I'm actually going to switch places with a guy calling that game. I'll be at Del City tomorrow for that game. Lawton MacArthur, Del City. And Josh Calloway will be coming here for El Reno, Midwest City. Why are we doing that, you may ask? Because we're just crazy.
Flip of a coin.
Yeah, we're just like, hey, let's just. Usually we stay with teams who win. We stay with that team who wins, and we're like, no, we're going to do it differently. Actually, it's so I can be. That's part of it. So I can be at Midwest City for the girls' game, and when I say Midwest City, I mean Carl Albert High School in Midwest City for the afternoon matchup between Carl Albert and Midwest City and the girls matchup. Looking forward to that. And, of course, you'll have Altus girls against Del City tomorrow. And I'll be tuning into that game while I call the other game. By the way, and I told you this via text, Coach, but what's interesting about the game you're calling is it was 5 years ago when Del City last won a regional championship at home, and they did it against Altus. Steal there. And then not sure where to go with it. Three-point shot attempted and missed. And back comes Midwest City. That's Sutton who couldn't get it to go.
Long pass got intercepted.
Three-point shot attempted by Daniel, no good. And the ball will go back to Noble. The guy that made that wild pass for Noble, I believe that's Noah, and it's a hard name to pronounce, number 5. You want to try to pronounce that? Number 5
I was trying that earlier today, this afternoon. Not Chirone. Sorry if we butchered
That's
that
about
up.
as good as you can do. I'll put you on the spot. Not Chirone sounds good as any. We'll just call him Noah.
He was the one. He shot 3 on the last possession down there. So after a steal.
Chauncey Brown now shooting for the Bears. But what's cool about tomorrow evening is that all the West Side regional championships we'll have for you on the Oklahoma Sports Network, including Lawton High. I'm not sure Lawton High will play. It'll either be Western Heights or Elgin, but Eric Sharon will call that game. And then Tracy Mussett will call John Marshall. I believe it'll be John Marshall, but definitely Carl Albert will be the other opponent. And again, even though There'll be big games. The losers will still be alive, and will play Thursday night of next week. So will the winners. We'll play the earlier game. Nice steal there. This is Anthony Dixon. Got bumped, late whistle. I think the ref may have decided not to call that if the shot was made. We'll have some Toonie Bicehouse's free throws. We're down to 45 and 0.8 of a second to go. Coach, any thoughts about player of the game for Midwest City?
Well, your choice.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Pick it out here in the book. I know that Deshaun Denson had not been in there this whole quarter, but he finished up with 25.
So it'll be him and Mason McKenzie.
Mason McKenzie had 17.
Yeah.
Kenyon Brown had 14. So
honorable mention, Kenyon Brown. I really liked the game he had. But
he had a solid game.
But
I was impressed with his work in the post and soft touch around the basket. And then that Euro step left-handed flush he had in there earlier.
That's the play of the game. If
that might be the play of the game.
There were several good plays.
And that.
Let's see. Maybe may not be able to get to 100, but I don't think Coach Noel will care very much.
97-43. You guys still got a chance, but you got to get the ball back. But they're going to call a foul. And Noble will have a chance to shoot. Been a really good game overall. There's only 1, 2, 3 guys in the book for Midwest City that has yet to score. Everybody else that have played have really put it in there.
Air ball and the free throw. It may just be a little winded. That free throw is made. It's Randolph who made up for the air ball, making the next one. 97-44. We're down to 27 seconds to go. Midwest City going to clinch a spot in tomorrow's regional championship here at El Reno High School against the host team, the El Reno Indians. They're going for 100 and they get it. Anthony Dixon, I believe, got that, and he baked it in. It was just meant to be, I guess. Super Subs instant replay. 1-0-0 for Midwest City. So they have a resounding victory against the Bears.
That last shot counted. So that was Mac Moody for Noble.
He made it 3. So Noble started in some threes in the second half. But your final score, Midwest City has defeated Noble. You see the score right there. Now you see it again on our scoreboard. 100-47 is the final. We want to thank all the sponsors who helped make this game possible. That's Confidence Chevrolet Buick GMC, Dynamic Health, Toonie Bicehouses, Bobby Lewis Insurance. The numbers, by the way, for Bobby Lewis Insurance at Choctaw. Very nice office there. 405-281-6700 at Del City. 405-670-3665. Super Subs, our instant replay sponsor, Triple Elite Screen Printing. Our player of the game sponsor, find world-class design and hot new styles at Triple Elite. Quarter sponsors, Scrambled for breakfast, Buffalo Wild Eggs for lunch, Patrick Dibby for running those errands and needing to talk to your insurance guy, and Louis for dinner. All right, well, Coach Kevin, thank you very much for joining me here, and it was good to call these 2 games with you.
Yeah.
And best of luck tomorrow. And I know, we'll probably talk you or me and Levi or whoever about whatever Altus is doing on Tuesday of next week. If it involves the Middale team playing before or after, who knows.
Yeah.
And then our camera operator, was it Wes?
Wes Eckhart.
Wes Eckhart. Wes, thank you very much. We say it on the air. Good job. And we're just looking forward to more games tomorrow. Tomorrow, for 5A, one more time, in the afternoon for the girls, it's Midwest City and Carl Albert at Carl Albert High School. It will be Altus and Del City at Del City High School. So we have 4 Oklahoma Sports Network teams playing 2 games. Again, none of them elimination games, so all these teams will be playing Tuesday on the girls' side. On the boys' side, Lawton High hosting either, we don't know yet, Western Heights or Elgin. Carl Albert hosting John Marshall, we believe. They were being Southeast last we checked. Del City, I'll be at that game, hosting Lawton MacArthur, as Lawton MacArthur has won. They pulled away of Class SAS, winning 60-43. And this game here, Midwest City, called by Josh Calloway, El Reno, hosting Midwest City. A lot to look forward to. I can't wait to see how it goes. And we want to thank you all for tuning in to Middale Playoff Basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.